How do we capitalize off the how do we do red pill content but from a feminist perspective? How do we make money off of that? I want to teach like young boys, because the problem with red pill is like it's all guys teaching boys to be mistrustful of women, right? So what do I do? Like, how do I get young boys to be, how do I do the opposite of that, where I'm like, listen boys, you need to just, that is the problem. As soon as you start making content, it's like almost like you cheapen the message, you know? See, because that's the thing. I just want to say, like, be nice. I want to say, like, be nice to girls, kiss your wife. But then if you do that and then you try to monetize that, that's kind of gross. Everything's gross. You know what that is? That's like LA comedians. Like LA comics are always, and people from LA are always big on like, you know, like equality and like, hey, you better not be. They're like really aggressive about it, you know? Imagine living in a town that's run by pedophiles, but you're really into like racial and gender equality. That's like what it is. I did watch a video this morning about the male loneliness epidemic. And this guy was saying that boys are lonely because we're not vulnerable. And he was saying that like friendship kind of depend, like men don't have friends is the thing. We don't really have, you know. This guy was talking about how like men have to be like friendship depends on vulnerability. And so like guys aren't really vulnerable. Like guys don't really always talk about like the things they're insecure about. But it is kind of a double-edged sword, because if you're doing it, if you're only talking about things you're insecure about, people go, all right, you know, get it together. I went to my high school reunion though, and I might have been the most popular person there, I have to say. I also like going like a wedding or something and meeting people's, you know, I like meeting new people.
Us when we don't have an outline. I like meeting new people.
I like ice cream. You know what I really like? How are we doing on time? I really like an orange creamsicle. Hey, what's your favorite kind of hot soup? Give me your top 5 soups.
Okay, in no order. Lentil.
Yeah. Okay, so I agree with that, because yeah, and you know what? It might even be a number one soup just because it's so much with so little. Yeah, it's so hearty, and it's like you don't have to put any kind of meat or something in it. That is a top 5 soup for sure, because you can make a meal out of it for pennies. You can get lunch for pennies with a nice little lentil soup. I like a nice mushroom soup.
Cream of mushroom or mushroom barley?
That's interesting. That's an interesting question.
I don't like cream of mushroom. Now we're doing Foodie Boys. You know what that is?
No, what is it?
You get it already.
Foodie Boys?
Yeah, they just talk about.
Is that like a show?
Yo, what are your top 10 chicken sandwiches?
I can't do that.
Yo,
I know we can't do
number 1,
that.
I'm going to KFC. Number 2, give me Popeyes.
No, we can't do that.
I'm gonna have to go top 3, and this might be a little controversial. Purple Skittles only. Only purple Skittles.
No.
Yeah, I mean, some of the flavors are bad. Like the purple kind of tastes like medicine, but the other ones, if you have a handful, they're pretty good.
Skittles at the top?
Yeah, top. That's my one. That's my one.
That's not
my
that's
2.
Not right.
I'm gonna have to go with peanut M&Ms, only full size, because take that back. The party size are better. But sometimes they get a little wet and they're not as good.
Okay.
And then
3.
Third, I'm gonna have to go with the Twizzlers.
I'm gonna have to go with Milky Ways because I love caramel and chocolate. Well, then Twix. I'm just a chocolate guy, you know.
Too crunchy.
And then Reese's. That's valid. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go 1 Airheads,
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
2 Sour Patch Kids, and 3 Snickers.
All the Italian podcasts do that. All the Italian guys, they go, what's your favorite? Tell me what your favorite cold cut is. Hey, let me ask you something. Oh yeah, pastine. Oh yeah. Is Italian food even like, I mean, I know it's good, but is it like that? I don't think it can be the number one cuisine on the planet. And I'll tell you why. It's not like healthy enough. It's not like, there's no like healthy Italian option. If you're like a bodybuilder, what are you supposed to do? If you're an Italian bodybuilder, and let's say you're trying to get the best, let's say you're trying to get your 5'6" physique, the best it could possibly be looking, because you're going to see your mom and your grandma soon. You know, so you're going home for Christmas. You want to make sure when your mom gives you a hug, she feels your she feels your big muscles. So the holiday says you're coming home, you're coming home to see your mom, and you're going to give her a big hug, and you just want her to know that you've been working out. And just because you're 5'4", it doesn't mean you can't be jacked. There was a guy that that I knew in college. We didn't go to the same school, but he was like he was like 5'4", and he became like I can't say a bodybuilder, but he became one of those, like, because it's beyond bodybuilding when they like oil themselves up and do competitions, like when they like go tanning and put oil on their body and pose. Like he became one of those guys, and he's like tiny. He's tiny, but there should be a show for like short guys. There should be a podcast just for short guys, and it's like literally paywalled, and it's just like how to navigate short guy, small dick. That should be the name of the show, and we should just speak to those men and just teach them how to, because you can be a short. There's plenty of very successful short guys. Mel Brooks is short, and Mel Brooks you don't even think of him as like a tiny guy. You know
Actually,
what I mean?
I did see something that was like a lot of leading men in Hollywood are shorter than you think.
Yeah.
It's actually more common to be short.
Yeah.
And like an A-lister.
Why is that? That's cool. That's awesome.
I guess because they're fucking theater kids. I don't know.
Well, it's because you look more like a child, so the executives are like, oh, okay. Yeah, we can work with this. Do you know Ben Shapiro's mom was like a studio executive or something? I think he has like a film degree. But isn't that funny? It's like everybody is a theater kid. There should be but like making content and being an alpha male are completely antithetical. Or being like a tough guy or whatever. It's like you're literally. I saw a video of Owen Benjamin today, and he was like a piano comic, but he's also kind of been like, he was engaged to Christina Ricci actually, so he was like an LA like showbiz guy, and then I guess he went down the dark path, but he like lives on a farm with his family, so he's like. He's a comedian, but he's also kind of like, he's anti-Israel, but he's like right-wing anti-Israel. But he makes videos like at his piano, like he makes like funny songs. He's like sits at his piano and makes funny songs, and I was like watching one of the others. He's very, very funny. I just think it's interesting that like there's a lot of right-wing people who say horrible stuff that are really funny.
So he started as like Jay Leno show. He was a correspondent.
Oh yeah, he was
and
like
then
Mr. Hollywood.
In 2018, he did videos for PragerU.
He did a video with PragerU.
He called Barack Obama the N-word.
Okay, so he called Barack Obama the N-word.
He
okay,
was a guest on the Daily
So nobody's
Wire.
perfect. So nobody's
hasn't?
perfect. Yeah. But he was like doing this. He was doing this song parody, and he was singing about how Ian Carroll is gay. He was saying that Ian Carroll is gay, but he was singing it like a Pearl Jam parody, like "Oh, he
Ian Carroll's doing an expose. It's about shampoo because he's full-blown gay. He's got a twinkle in his queer eye. Queer eye for a queer guy. Rogan is the other queer guy.
So he's
To
not
me-
gay?
No, he's got like a wife and kids, but his wife is not public. But he talks a lot about like the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The divine masculine, as we know, is sitting in your room. But being funny is kind of masculine. I don't know. I don't understand this world. I'm trying to figure out who I want to be. I kind of want to be Owen Benjamin. Yeah, I kind of want to be Owen Benjamin. I like the way he's like funny and uninhibited, and and I want to do piano.
Los Angeles is it's not like that everywhere. Like I came to Los Angeles and I had a hard time making friends at first. I never met a hipster, I didn't know how to talk hipster. I didn't even understand what they were. I'd meet this hipster and they confused me, and then I realized what hipsters are. They're like indoor cats, And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not saying
Crowd's
that to be
loving
mean,
it.
It's just a fact. They have like their claws are clipped and.
That was kind of like the peak of 2009 was to call people hipsters. Right. I'm like, no, but everybody was like, you're a hipster, you're a hipster. It was like a slur. It was like a slur that didn't apply to anyone. Nobody like, but that is very 2009. But then he's literally just making a song about how Ian Carroll is gay. Dude, it made me so happy.
Who's Ian Carroll again? He's
like this other conspiracy kind of guy, but I think he's like right wing. Everybody's right wing. But let me ask you this, Michelle: who is left wing? Who's left wing that entertains you? Like, do you have to be a little bit right wing to be entertaining?
I like Caleb Hearon.
I like him a lot.
He's funny.
He's very good. Yeah.
But you're right. In terms of being like explicitly left wing, but I also don't follow a lot of comedy.
Yeah, there's just something about like being when you're like I'm liberal. I don't know, but yeah, Caleb's funny about it. When you're like I'm liberal, there's almost like a syndrome though. It's like when you're far left. There's some people who are like, oh well, I have good politics, so I don't have to work on being funny. But Caleb is kind of the only example that I can think of that is outspokenly.
There's a lot of liberal comedians that
that stink. Yeah, but then leftists can be kind of boring too. There's like a smug. I mean, I thought that fundraiser that we did was like kind of. I was sort of like bothered by it. There's this fundraiser for Zoran, and it was like the roast of, and everybody was like, not very funny. I was watching everybody on stage, and I was like, I'm like, when the right says that we suck at comedy, they're kind of spitting with that. Like Nick DiPaolo is funny, but then he's also like. He also says a lot of stuff that's, kind of crazy. Yeah. See, it's funny. You just asked me when Muhammad's birthday was, and I feel like that's not the essence of Islam because like they don't celebrate the God. But it's like that's really interesting because we're not really. That's not like our culture at all. Like our culture is like Hulk Hogan is the man.
Damn, Muhammad's birthday is 420.
Is it? You know who else's birthday is 420? Hitler. Isn't it? That is. Well, Deb's uncle is like he was like a fire marshal and he was like at 9/11 like cleaning it up, I guess, in his like fire thing. But he's like in his fire uniform. There's a picture of him in her. But his whole thing is like he thinks Muslims did 9/11. And so he doesn't like Muslims, but he also believes that like throughout history, the one constant is that Jews are good. Yeah, he kind of believes that like Jews are like the chosen people.
Is he Jewish?
No, he's not. Which is a very fascinating type of guy.
They got one.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what I was taught growing up and stuff.
Right.
We went from country to country getting persecuted. We went from, tough situation to tough situation. And like, look, we keep persevering.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of like a girl who's like out on a Saturday night and she keeps going into bar after bar after bar and they keep kicking her out of every bar. But she just is on the righteous path because she just wants to.
Every bar is like fucked up tonight. Like there's absolutely no question in her mind that it's not her.
I'm coining a term. It's called anti-Jenniferism. And all these bars are anti-Jennifer. And that's a problem. Anti-Jennifer is a big problem. But that is an interesting...
Check on your Jennifer friends.
Your Jennifer friends are not okay. Because they're thinking about kicking us out of this bar. It was literally self-defense. No, there's a lot of anti-Jennifer sentiment.
Merry Christmas. We're doing an anti-Semitic show today.
There's a lot of but that's an interesting story from the other perspective where it's like, so from the other side of that perspective is like we keep getting kicked out and persecuted. We've been persecuted everywhere. And so now we need to, now it's our turn to do the persecuting, or do they? But this is what's so fascinating to me. It's like no one ever. It's like the Nazis do the Holocaust, right? no one's ever like, well, what was like going on with them? What was really happening? You know? So it's just something to kind of think about, like should we make an effort to understand? History doesn't judge. History judges the people who followed Hitler like pretty poorly. So is it stupid of us to try to like understand Zionism? Is it dumb, or is it a waste of time? Or is it worthy to? Because I feel like I want the whole world to be, I want everybody to be anti-Zionist. Right. But is that naive? Because were there people in like the 30s and 40s being like, let's just try to, the German people have been through a lot. Like, you would sound silly if you said that. People would think you were silly. It's just like, should you try to understand Zionism, or do you have to just like make a hard line? Patrice had a bit one time where he was like, he's like, I don't really understand money, because there's people who like, they see the earthquakes in Haiti and they just start like jacking off, like being like, oh my God, how many people died?
Damn. And Naomi Klein heard that and she goes, damn, I'm gonna steal that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of funny how he got to that in one sentence, and she kind of took a whole book to get there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, who's the genius when you think about it? Like, capitalism is supposed to be when you make really good ice cream and everybody buys it. I feel like bitter that I'm so stupid, because when you think of capitalism, you don't think of the government at all. You don't think about like government contracts. You don't think about like, you think like, okay, so capitalism is supposed to be like, you make a really shiny bicycle and you distribute it. I mean, capitalism is like, you make a puppet that's really cute and then you go on Shark Tank. That's what fucking capitalism's supposed to be. You make a really cool puppet that has googly eyes or something, or a new kind of puppet, and the sharks go, oh, this is so cute. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a $150,000, an injection of capital. We're going to be partners, and now you had such a good idea, and you were anointed by the sharks. You're anointed by the sharks. Welcome aboard. Welcome, partner. And now you're famous because you made a really good puppet, and everybody wanted to buy it. Everybody wanted to give you their money. But you would think that like capitalism is like, oh, I made really good lemonade, but it's actually like, oh no, I've watered down my lemonade. I saw a meme that was like that. It's just like, they're just capitalism. You actually win capitalism when you find a way to sell piss to people. When you actually you win life. You become successful when you go to a country that's been destabilized and you find slaves and you make a piss farm. And you somehow lobby the government.
I thought you were going to say steal their lemon trees. This is even so much funnier.
No. Mine's funnier, thank you. So it's actually, you market it as lemonade, but it's actually slave piss. You have to, you make them drink Mountain Dew all day. And then you have them piss into a big trough. And then you have another slave like scoop it up. They take turns scooping. Yeah.
And then a bunch of people find out about this practice, about your horrible business, and they all, rally together and they organize, and there's like this whole movement against it. But then Mountain Dew can't lose that contract. Yeah. It's like 50% of their business now. So they fund fake protesters to cheer for your piss farm.
Right. They start a fake social media campaign where they go, God, I love slave piss. They hire influencers to go, oh man, oh, after a long day, I love to, hey guys, get ready with me. I'm going to drink my slave piss. Hey guys, get ready with me. Here's my outfit. We're going to go to Whole Foods today, but first I'm going to stop and get a nice glass of slave piss.
And then they also fund the creators that are like the slaves, and they're like, I don't feel enslaved at all. Like it's actually like really great. I get to choose my own schedule.
Exactly. They find a 400-pound non-binary woman to go to the slave piss factory and say that everything's good. And then when that 400-pound non-binary girl gets criticized, she goes, "How dare you? I'm a queer non-binary person trying to make a living in a capitalist society." And yes, I did do a commercial. I did do sponsored content for Slave Piss. Yes, I did do some sponsored content for Slave Piss. And you know what? You're racist. Just go right for the identity politics, and then we just get stuck in this vicious cycle where we have the slaves, where we don't stop slavery. And you walk into the grocery store and you go, didn't there used to be a thing? Didn't there used to be like a yellow drink that wasn't slave piss? Wait a minute. If I'm remembering correctly, back in my day, we had a little thing called lemonade, and your kid's like, shut up, Dad. Dad, stop. Dad. Dad, I like the slave piss. Dad, shut up. Dad, you're such a buzzkill. That's the thing. You're like the buzzkill. You become a buzzkill. You become a buzzkill at Christmas because you remember a time, because you're old now, and you remember a time when there was actually like a real drink called lemonade. And I know you guys are all drinking slave piss because they hired the 400-pound influencer to be like, guys, I'm all about authenticity. And you know what? They're changing the name. You're right. It's not lemonade. It is slave piss. So we're changing it. We're changing the name to slave piss. And and then we're back to like eugenics stuff where they're like, no, they actually like being slaves. Certain people just have different brain development, and the slaves at the slave piss farm they're free range. It's now that's what you say. You say it's now made with free range slaves. The slave piss is now made with cage free slaves.
After a while, it just ends up being kind of another racket. You just pay the USDA for the label, and they're not free.
Right. Because you've lobbied the USDA, so you own the government. Yeah, and you go, and then if you're the person who thought of slave piss, you're like, you go to your grandson's school and you go, let me tell you guys a little thing called capitalism. It's the greatest system in the world. I actually have a drink. Do you guys drink that new thing called Slave Peace? You just changed the name again. You just keep changing the name. And you're like, yeah, just so you know, some people told me that we weren't allowed to sell slave piss, and that's communism. And when we have communism, 100 million people get killed. So just remember that we live in a free and fair system. Our system is so free and fair, and thank you very much. No, a lot of my kids don't talk to me, but I'm rich. I'm Mr. Burns. The influencer thing is very funny because obviously, like, they would find like the fattest. They would just find like the fattest dumb bitch who was like bisexual, and they'd be like, take a tour of our slave piss facility.
There's a whole nother problem too, because we also have to fund the studies that say the slave piss is totally safe and healthy.
Oh, sure.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
It's actually better for you than lemonade.
Yeah, so then maybe like you're old and it's Christmas, and then you're like, you know what? There used to be a thing called lemonade. Give me some lemons. And then you find some lemons. I mean, nobody really eats fruit anymore.
There's nothing growing out of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there's like synthetic lemons, and then you make like something that kind of resembles lemonade, and then you give it to your family. You go, no, try this. No, this is better than slave piss.
No, slave piss was based on this. You guys don't understand.
All right, guys, how would I explain this to you? This is the original slave piss. Guys. No. Listen, just give me a second. Just try it. Just taste it. And then they taste it. And they're like, okay, but this is fine, but I think I'd rather just have my slave piss. Well, Benny hates Israel, so that's good. I say, who do we hate? And he actually like really hates Donald Trump, which is kind of funny. Like, he really doesn't like Donald Trump, but he saw Trump in a newspaper and he was like, Daddy, look. And he punched the newspaper. So I'm like, oh no, is my kid like a shit lib? I think that like he knows that Trump is pro-Israel.
That's great. As long as you get that into him, like, we don't like Trump because he's pro. Any politician that's pro-Israel, we don't like them. And Trump is one of them. If that's like the tree in his little 4-year-old mind, that's great.
Yeah.
You just can't let him go down the path of like, you know, Trump's so disrespectful, you know?
Yeah. Right. Although
Trump hates the media.
I do have a video that I want to show you, which is it's pretty bad, but man, it's about Trump being disrespectful. But Trump is really disrespectful. I mean, he called that reporter Piggy the other day.
That was funny.
It was funny.
I think that's, you don't like that.
Oh yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
Really?
I mean, I just like, obviously if like one of my friends did that to me, like I'd be like, that's so rude. I hate that. I don't like that. But when it comes to like US presidents, like being rude, I just think it's so low on my list of issues with them. Like this is a criminal mass murderer.
Right.
And like people are like up in like, I think it's a huge psyop to be like upset about the respectability politics of it all. It's like, this guy is a murderer. He should be in jail for war crimes.
Right. It's a psyop, but are the people screaming about it? Like, are they like on board with it? Are they into it? Like, are they like believers that like, are they believers that like Trump is like so disrespectful and rude?
The manufactured corporate media outrage about like the things Trump said ultimately serve empire and capital because it's like a diversion from focusing on what these people do. It's just like dumb celebrity gossip. It just happens to be a politician now. What is
accelerationist?
Accelerationist is
I have an
like,
idea, but I just want to hear it from you.
No, you know, it's like things are so bad and it's futile to try to make them better. So instead we should make them so bad because it kind of gets it out of our system, and then we can like accelerate a real revolutionary movement. Because if things are kind of at this complacent stage where like things are kind of bad, not enough people are going to want to revolt. So we need to make them even worse so that we can revolt.
Right. Yeah, we all like chicken nuggets and Netflix and everything. I haven't bought myself a thing in a while. No, but you know what? I went into a J. Crew factory store with Deb on Saturday because she needed some clothes for the reunion, and I was like, man, I kind of wish I could go nuts in here in this J. Crew factory store. It's the best store. It's the best. It's the best clothing store.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like the only place that I want to shop. Really, J. Crew, Banana Republic, and PacSun. Remember there was that really fat influencer. This is kind of who I'm referencing. She like did a tour of like a Shein factory, and they had her like, and what I would imagine it's like a sweatshop. So they brought her like some Chinese sweatshop, and she was like, you know, people hate. I get lots of hate all the time, man. But you really got to find the good, like the information. Like I always feel like whenever something's going on and like people on the left are really mad, I always feel kind of left out because I'm like, I'm not that familiar with this. I need to like learn more.
No, but don't let that stop you. Neither do they.
You're right. No, for sure. Yeah. But I just need to learn more about, you know, like big business because it's funny. It's funny how fucked up. It's fun to like make fun of a world that's so fucked up. It's like interesting that like a guy from Staten Island is like the Jews are the light in the world.
I have bad news.
What? Somebody died?
Because you were joking about the Shein factory.
Yeah.
And you said J. Crew's your favorite place to shop.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, don't tell me.
Okay.
No, what is it? What, J. Crew?
Child labor.
For J. Crew?
I mean, they're not unique.
Yeah.
They all have those allegations.
Damn it. And I just plugged them so hard. How are we ever going to make money?
You want a J. Crew sponsor?
How the fuck are we ever going to... yeah, I want to be sponsored by J. Crew, but they have... We could do a parody. But we could dress Benny up like a sweatshop boy and be like, I love it here. I love making sweaters. I love making sweaters for divorced guys. Yeah, divorced is like, your wife leaves you and you have to move into like a little condo and you're like, this is the happiest I've ever been. And you're like, God, my life rules. Oh, wait, you're telling me I only see my kids every other weekend and the rest of the time I could do whatever the hell I want? I got to pay some child support and some alimony, but that's all right. Marriage is interesting to think about when you have like a lot of money, Like imagine like having a bunch of money. Imagine making a bunch of money because you're the producer of Recine Time, and then you get divorced, and then your ex is like, I supported you. And imagine he's trying to come after your $30,000 fortune. He wants a little less than half of your $30,000 fortune because he's like, well, I opened up my house so you could do the show here. He might say you should get a prenup.
Do you have a prenup?
No. No.
I don't think I'm going to get one either.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like something I'll be doing.
We don't even have an operating contract, me and you.
That's true.
I know we should get one, but
sure.
I'm also kind of like, why? We should get one.
Sure.
But you do kind of figure it out as you go.
We can write one right now. Should we write one on the show?
Yeah.
This will constitute an oral agreement, and there's a record of it.
Okay. Term one, you have to say that I'm funny. You have to think I'm funny. You have to think that I'm a genius. No, I don't know. How about term one? We'll just be nice to each other. Let's just be nice and have a good time. But it would be funny to put like a weight requirement for me. Like I have to stay like below 300 pounds. Mike, you are too fat to podcast. Imagine being too fat. Is anybody too fat to podcast? I don't know.
I guess the line would be like being able to hold the microphone to your if your body, it prevents you.
But then if you're rich, you could just get someone to hold an intern to do it for you. That's an interesting question though. When are you too fat to podcast? But I think I'm on a little fitness journey again, so that's good. Christmas is it's fun to like celebrate a guy though, don't you think?
Jesus?
Yeah. It's fun to be like, Muslims are never like Muhammad. But Christians are all about Jesus. And him and Michael Jackson were the only two perfect people to ever walk the earth. Yeah, there's not really like who is like almost deified. Michael Jordan, I guess. Is like
interesting.
Sort of deified.
Two Michaels, and you're Michael.
And I'm Michael. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Michael Recine. If you could have dinner with 3 people, living or dead, and I just pick 4 Michaels, let's do Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, Michael Ian Black. I would invite him and be like, actually, you're disinvited. Sorry. Michael Jackson said you can't come in because you're a piece of shit. Because you stink and smell.
I hate to say this, but you have to be home in an hour, Deb said. So,
all right. Let's finish it next time. This is good stuff.
Wrap up.
All right. I'm glad we did this. Here's my rendition of This Christmas by Donny Hathaway. Hang on the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better. this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Presents and cards are here. My world is filled with cheer and you. This Christmas, and as I look around, your eyes outshine the town they do. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Yeah. Shake a hand now. Hang all the mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Merry Christmas. Shake a hand now. Wish your brother Merry Christmas.